LGBTQ 1 Minute News. Let's queer up youth. Study affirming teachers boost trans youth grades and classroom safety. A joint national study released by GLSEN and the Trevor Project reveals that supportive, affirming teachers serve as a primary factor driving academic success and physical safety for transgender and non-binary students. Analyzing responses from nearly 2,000 transgender middle and high school students across the country, researchers found that simple proactive measures, such as using correct names and pronouns, incorporating inclusive learning materials, and supporting student-led clubs, directly correlate with higher GPAs and lower absenteeism. The findings contrast with data showing that over half of trans students face hostile or discriminatory school policies, with many facing harassment or forced exclusion from school facilities. Researchers emphasize that genuine safety requires active teacher affirmation rather than passive neutrality, urging school administrators to prioritize educator support to improve youth mental health and academic retention. Oh, I have to say, I can really respond. As my end of my career before I retired recently was in the high school, and in my county, it's sort of a red county in Florida, on the beginning of my second or third year that I was there, a parent came to the parent meeting and said, I have a transgender student or child that was going to be in my class. And they were moving from Ohio. And so my antenna went right up, and we had an amazing, that they were very hesitant in our school district. They were, I hesitate to use the word shy, but I think it was just more reserved and held in because they did not know how they were going to be perceived. And within a month or two, their mom calls me up and says, you know what? They're coming to school because of your class. They're coming because they're trying to fit in, and they know that you are attentive, you are aware, you are assisting. I had access, being a theater teacher, I had access to the dressing rooms where there was a bathroom. So I said, hey, you need to come to the bathroom, you tell me, and I'll make you accessible to this space that isn't normally accessible to the kids. Although it could be, if a kid was sick, I took him to the nearest bathroom, and that was this particular bathroom. So it changed everything about their time there. And I was so pleased. I mean, I didn't feel like I was doing anything special. I was just doing the right thing. And so this story, I'm glad it happened to fall in my lap, because this was really personal to me, that this experience happened.
Thank you for sharing that story with us, Bill. That's so important. And you did do something incredible, not just,
that kid graduated and was had friends and had a structure and was just on top of the world.
Right? Kindness has consequences, right? And that right there are the consequences to it. They felt seen, maybe for the first time, who knows?
Right.
And that gave them that foundation to keep going, right? And to put that step in front of the other. Sometimes you just need that to get you going.
And the trick is, it wasn't hard for me to do any of the things that I did.
It's not hard to be kind, Bill.
No, of course not. So other teachers at the school who were less accommodating just blew my mind that they would make an issue for this student that didn't need to be an issue. They just wanted to be, That is an LGBTQ 1 Minute news story. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.